Hi, everybody. This is Saad. Returned late last night from a 3 day trip to Palm Beach, Florida, where I was one of the invited speakers at a Rising Leaders Summit organized by the Global Liberty Institute. I would encourage you to all go and check out the website of the Institute. It's global liberty institute.org. It's an organization that was co founded by Scott Atlas. Many of you know him from his work as a national COVID advisor to President Trump, and Josh Rao, who is a professor at Stanford in the business school. And so they both founded the institute and then organized this Rising Leader Summit, which was basically inviting a bunch of younger people. Not all of them were very young, but I don't know what the demographics were, but say between 25 to 35 years old, accomplished, rising leaders, to hold a summit and have a bunch of speakers discuss about various issues related to liberty and freedom and so on. I gave a talk. I was the first speaker. I gave a talk on. It was titled "The Deontological Truth versus Consequentialist Activism," and so I was pointing to the fact that there are certain areas where you need to adhere to foundational principles that cannot be violated, and hence they're deontological, and you don't violate them for consequentialist reasons, which is often the case when you're an activist. You say, well, I may have to engage in a noble lie, as per Plato's Republic, because telling that lie is for a good cause, right? And so I gave a talk, and also Josh Rao was one of the speakers. Scott Atlas was one of the speakers. Glenn Lowry, who is, many of you know him, he hosts a show with, I think, ongoing conversation with John McWhorter. He's a professor of economics at Brown. He's been on my show. He's been a guest on my show, as has Scott Atlas. You should go back and check out our chats. So he also led a discussion. And then there was also Jason Riley, who's a journalist. I know him mainly for having been the gentleman who wrote a biography on Thomas Sowell. So I actually approached him to introduce myself, and to say that I'm also a big admirer of Thomas Sowell. And then there was also Jennifer Say, who worked for many years as a senior executive at Levi's, and then she left her job because of the typical kind of cancel culture stuff. Got to know her a bit. She also was one of the speakers. This was on Saturday. The night before, there was an event that was organized to honor Glenn Lowry with an award bestowed by the Global Liberty Institute. That was really fun. Got to meet a lot of people. There's something very invigorating to be around folks who are not woke and who are not infested with all of these parasitic ideas, and especially seeing the young people who they were all well read, measured, making intelligent comments. And so I gave my talk, by the way. It was about 15-20 minutes long, and then you open it up and you lead a discussion, and the level of the discussion was truly wonderful. Great questions, great comments. It was really, really nice. And then the Saturday day-long event concluded with Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, coming and delivering some prepared remarks, and then having a fireside conversation. So that was really nice. So every little step is important when you are trying to hopefully win the battle of ideas, redress the ship. And so I'm, really, really excited by this new initiative with the Global Liberty Institute. I think Scott and Josh are doing fantastic work, and hopefully I will have a chance to contribute to future events or in different ways. So I was really really excited to go there. In a couple of weeks, I'll be heading off to USC to deliver an invited lecture there. Uh, it's the 10-year anniversary of a center at USC, and I've been invited to talk about some of my work related to this book right here, The Parasitic Mind. And I'm also going to, during that same trip, to tape a couple of PragerU clips. So I'm glad that we finally, it's been a while that we had been talking about maybe doing something, but now it's finally coming all together. These are clips that will be relating to my forthcoming book, The Sad Truth About Happiness, which, please, I would really urge you, if you're interested in my work and if you're planning on buying the book, to pre-order it ASAP. It really does matter when it comes to the bestsellers list, because the day that the book is released, all of the pre-orders, they're instantiated on that day. And so if you've got 5, 6, 10,000 pre-orders, then they become immediate sales, and then that could put you over the hump to be on the bestsellers list, and then that becomes an avalanche. So please, if you're thinking of buying my work, if this is a way that you want to support me, please consider pre-ordering it now. So all this to say, great time in Florida, wonderful people, great young folks, the rising leaders, wonderful speakers, great organizers. Thank you to Scott and Josh for their hospitality. I was truly delighted and honored to be part of the speakers, and I look forward to many future exciting initiatives with that organization. Have a great week, everybody. I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.